Kathy, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
All
Can you
right,
hear me?
thank you. Yep. Good evening, everyone. I will call to order the April 22nd, 2024 meeting of the Newtown Township Board of Supervisors. I will note that the board did meet in executive session at 6:15 this evening, where we discussed personnel matters related to hiring at the township level, as well as the police department. With that being said, Mr. Neese, please call the roll. Here. Ms. Roberts Lightcap.
Here.
Mr. Russo. Here. Ms. Chanlis.
Here.
Mr. San Francesco.
Here.
Your solicitor, engineer, and manager are here.
Thank you very much, Mr. Neese. We'll now move down to the moment of silence and the Pledge of Allegiance. I will say that for tonight's moment of silence, let's remember all those individuals who are celebrating Passover and hope that it's a happy and healthy holiday for them. And we'll stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. Section 5.1, consider the approval of the agenda. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
Second.
Motion is made by Supervisor Russo, seconded by Supervisor Roberts Lightcap. Is there any other board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Section 6, public comment for agenda items only. If there's any members of the public who wish to provide any public comment, please go up to the podium, state your name and address for the record. Let the record reflect there is no public comment. Section 7, minutes. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes from the April 8, 2024 meeting?
Second.
Motion was made by Supervisor San Francesco, seconded by Supervisor Roberts Lightcap. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Section 8, resolutions of recognition. 8.1, consider approving resolution 2024-11, National Police Week. I will turn to Supervisor San Francesco.
Whereas since the beginning of law enforcement within this Commonwealth, hundreds of police officers have made the ultimate sacrifice while in the line of duty. And whereas these officers risk their lives every day to protect our communities, and their bravery and selflessness services shall not be overlooked by a grateful nation. And whereas across the United States, the week of May 12th through May 18th, 2024 will be recognized as National Police Week. And whereas the first National Peace Officers Memorial Day was held on May 15th, 1982, following a proclamation signed by President John F. Kennedy on October 1st, 1962, and has continued to be observed annually in the memory of those police officers who made the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. And whereas Newtown Township will honor the memory of hundreds of police officers who have given their lives in the line of duty in this Commonwealth. And whereas Newtown Township recognizes the week of May 12th through May 18th, 2024 as National Police Week, and May 15th, 2024 as Peace Officers Memorial Day in Pennsylvania. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the Board of Supervisors, the Township of Newtown, does hereby acknowledge May 12th through May 18th, 2024 as National Police Week, and May 15th, 2024 Peace Officers Memorial Day in Pennsylvania. Resolved on this day, 22nd day of April, 2024.
That's your motion.
That is my motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion was made by Supervisor San Francesco, seconded by Supervisor Russo. Is there any board discussion? I think the resolution speaks for itself. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you, Supervisor San Francesco. We'll now move down to presentations. Very fitting that tonight we have presenting the EAC, the Environmental Advisory Council's annual report, including plans for 2024 by the chair of the EAC, Sheila O'Sullivan Feeney, on none other than World Earth Day. So
Happy Earth Day, everyone.
happy Earth Day.
Sheila O'Sullivan Feeney, Chair of the EAC. Grateful to be here. And actually, it's a happy coincidence. We didn't plan it this way. I'm only going to do a 45-minute presentation. No. I'm
We
joking.
figured it would be a little longer, Sheila, so
No, 2 or
I'm
3
happy you
minutes.
cut
Let's
it
go in.
down.
All right. First of all, the township is really important in part of whatever we do. And we really appreciate our supervisors who are behind us 100%. We appreciate all that you do because without your support, nothing that we could do would happen. So we really, and every one of the ones that are here and Kathy yourself, it's really important that the supervisors be acknowledged for your support of the environment. We did submit a 5-page EAC report, and I hope that all of you had a chance. I'm just going to give you a couple highlights. In 2023, our highlight was the Newtown Township. We received our Birdtown, PA Gold Award certification. And this was an active involvement by Jana Cravanas, our EAC member, and it was really an accomplishment for what we've accomplished at Birdtown. The EAC increased our community outreach. We participated at Circle and Sundown, the Farmers Market, the Kids Day concerts, Arbor Day, Rain Day. I mean, the list goes on. Stream cleanups, native plant giveaway. Its involvement and community and outreach is critical in education to our residents and to our community. We appreciate that. But I think the pinnacle of our 2023 was the launch of the Green Business Coalition program in March of 2023. We partnered with, obviously, with the township, with the EAC and the Business Association, and we identified key businesses, and we really wanted to go after our largest property owners, and we were lucky enough that Aronimink Golf Club, SAP, Dunwoody, Garrett Williamson, and Boron have all stepped up and been that. So by the end of the year, we had 20 businesses on that program, and as you know, from 2024, the success has continued. More importantly, because of the efforts of the supervisors, you were able to protect wetlands of Stony Knoll, and you limited the size of that development, and you should all really be proud of yourself. That was a really big win, and we appreciate that effort. We also outlined our 2024 goals, and we have those listed down, and I'm not going to go through each one of them, but the key parts are working with the township, stormwater mitigation control, continue our success for Green Business Coalition, work on community outreach and education. And we really want to work with the township to get our Sustainable Pennsylvania certification at our silver level to the next level. And that's something we're all looking forward to. And I see it there, Tim, on page 4, you'll see the goals. And all the supervisors already have them. I don't know if you have any questions about them, but I don't want to belabor the point by going through. We also want to talk about our EAC spring events. We've already had 5 events in 2024, and we have 6 more coming. We have, thanks to the township, we're collecting the Eclipse glasses right in the lobby, and they will be used down in South America. And thank you, Suzanne, for helping making that happen. The Arbor Day tree planting will happen at Brookside this weekend, and that's a partnership, obviously, with Shade Tree being the lead on that. Parks and Rec, EAC, Public Works, everyone working together, and that's Saturday from 10 to 2. We have Saturday, May 11th, 8 a.m. to 10. Garrett Williamson is our bird walk, already sold out. And we actually, if we can get another birder, we would like to expand that. We will also be doing a plant swap after that day. So that's also Saturday, May 11th. And all of these events are in the township on the calendar and on our agendas. We also will be doing community outreach at the concert, May 18th. And more importantly, the township will be represented at our 3rd annual Delaware County Sustainability Conference at Widener, and Suzanne and I and the EAC members were going. Again, EAC, Cindy Mahalo, Jana Cravanas, Dane Shoemaker, who was on in 2023, Joe Pinto, and our new member, David Galush, are really important to this. So none of this effort would be happening without them. And what else did I have? I think I have one more thing. Yes, I think more importantly, thank the township. Steve, I don't know how much you realize how important you are to all of us at the EAC. Suzanne supports us, Jamie, all of you working together. And we really appreciate that, because for us to make any type of progress in this community, it's only because you support us, and we appreciate that. All right, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Any questions for Sheila O'Sullivan Feeney for the board?
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, I think that's the key point there is thank you for your service. Thank you to the rest of the members of the EAC for educating us and also working collaboratively with the Board of Supervisors and the township into moving Newtown Township to the next level. So thank you very much.
Yes, and anything, continue working and to protect the environment. Keywords. Thank you so much. Happy Earth Day.
Thank you. Happy Earth Day. We'll now move down to section 10 reports. 10.1 report from the police department. Chief Lunn, do you have anything to add or supplement to your report? 10.2 report from the fire department. Chief Young, do you have anything to add or supplement to your report? Thank you very much. Report from the public works director, Mr. Sharretts, anything to add or supplement? Anything to supplement? No, thank you. 10.4 director of building, report from our building/codes officer, Mr. Reczek. Anything to add or supplement? No. 10.5 report from the finance department, Mr. Nease. Anything to add or supplement?
I do not have anything to add. You had a document in your packet. If you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer.
Thank you very much. Report from the library director, Ms. Caruso. Anything to add or supplement? Thank you very much. 10.7, well, we already heard from you, Sheila, so nothing to add or supplement, I'm guessing. 10.8, report from leisure services, Mr. Ehnow. Anything to add or supplement? All right. Report from the Township Engineer, Mr. Johnson.
Yes, just a few quick updates to supplement the report. We have the speed advisory signs for Gradyville Road and Goshen Road are currently out to bid. We will have those bids in early May for our next meeting in May. And then in addition, we're continuing on down the list of capital projects that we're working on for the year. And we should be coming out soon with some additional stormwater improvements at various locations in the township to get out to bid, in addition to the Glendale Road project that you're considering later on the agenda.
All right. Any questions for the engineer? Thank you very much. Township Manager, Mr. Neese.
I have nothing tonight.
Oh, wow.
Steve.
Let's write that day down. Well, now move
It's
down.
amazing how when you have nothing, it's an exciting moment.
We will, section 11, payments, 11.1. Can I get a motion approving payment request number 6 for LB Construction Enterprises Incorporated for the Ellis Avenue Sidewalk Project, totaling $26,505, leaving a remaining balance of $14,027.25.
So moved.
Second.
Motion is made by Supervisor Roberts Lycap, seconded by Supervisor San Francisco. Is there any board discussion? Eric? No other issues going on with that? Everything moving along?
They're moving along. So that is, at this point, we're down to, they've been provided with the punch list for the
Yep.
project. They should be completing some of the punch list items this week, and we'll be discussing a few of the other items with them. So at that point, we are still holding, it's 14,000 on the contract, but we're still holding retainage. So we're still holding $30,000 total.
Is,
project.
I'm guessing where the inlets are, that's been connected to the sewer? The storm
Correct.
sewer?
They have to reset the one inlet that's closest to the park is sitting high.
Yeah.
They will be dropping down that profile, but yes, that storm sewer is connected.
Were those inlets connected when we had those bad rainstorms about 3 weeks ago?
Yes.
Did we see a change? Did we see an improvement with regards to the flooding over on Pine Street or anything? Does anyone know?
You know, I don't know on related to Pine Street. I mean, what I do know is what was happening when I did see the rainwater, other than the fact that the one inlet's high. They were taking on water, which had not been the case before. I don't know that it's solved everything, but I think it's helping to improve.
All right. Any other questions from the board? Seeing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Section 12, bills, 12.1. I have reviewed the bills and I'll make a motion to approve the bills, the 2023 bills on check register A dated April 22nd, 2024, totaling $1,250.
So moved.
Motion was made by the chair, seconded by Supervisor Roberts Lycap. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. 12.2, I've reviewed the bills and I'll make a motion to approve the 2024 bills on check register A dated April 22nd, 2024, totaling $227,919.77. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion was made by the chair, seconded by Supervisor San Francisco. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Section 13, new business, 13.1. I get a motion approving the recommendation of the Township Engineer to award Joseph J. Danielle LLC of Chester as the lowest responsible bidder for the Glendale Road Stormwater Management Project with a base bid of $31,755.35.
Second.
Motion is made by Supervisor San Francisco, seconded by Supervisor Roberts Lycap. Is there any board discussion?
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously. 13.2, making a motion directing the Township Administration to prepare and forward to the Township Planning Commission and the Delaware County Planning Department a proposed ordinance to add 571 North Newtown Street Road to the Township Historic Resource Overlay Map as a Class 2 resource in accordance with the recommendation of the Historic Commission.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion was made by Supervisor, Catherine, did you make that?
No, I made it.
I did, yeah, yep.
Supervisor Supervisor Chandler, seconded by Supervisor San Francisco. Is there any board discussion? Steve, because this is, in terms of process, just so everybody understands what this is, we are essentially just advertising this. Can you explain this to everyone?
Yeah, so the way this process works is there's an initial review by the Historic Commission, which they've done. They've looked at both the properties that are on the agenda tonight. They've determined that they meet at least one of the attributes that must be met in order to be considered a Class 2 resource. And so they have now made their recommendation to you that it would go through the process. The process for this is that it would go to the, comes before you. If you agree to send it, it goes to the Planning Commission and to the Delaware County Planning Commission to be reviewed. They will make comments and send it back to you, and then we will set a date and a time, and we will advertise for a hearing that will be before you. And at that time, the Historic Commission and the property owner would have a chance, or those who would be impacted would have a chance to come in and give testimony related to that. At that point, once you get done hearing that, then you can close the hearing and you could take a vote of whether or not to change the ordinance, which would change the overlay map and make this a Class 2 historic resource. The underlying zoning stays the same. It just makes this a Class 2 resource,
Perfect.
or makes the property Class 2 resource.
Perfect. Chris, you're the chairman of the Historic Commission. Do you want to add anything on any of these? If you do, just go to the podium. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Just go to the podium.
While he's walking up, just to supplement, because
Make sure you're
at the underlying level, this really is an amendment to the zoning map. So additionally, the property will be posted and notices will be sent out, as well as the property owner being notified of what's happening.
Any questions from the board, or Chris, if you want, like I said, if you want to add or supplement anything, you can take both of these together since we have the second one right after it. But if you want to, I mean, we've been provided with the information. This is essentially your first bite at the apple of presenting this case to us if you want, and for anyone who's not only in the audience, but anyone who might be watching this electronically.
Well, this property, we put forward specifically because it very clearly does meet one or more of the criterias.
Is your microphone on?
Got a green. And I would say that our position is that this property and any of the properties that were identified in the 1984 Delaware County survey should be recommended for inclusion on our ordinance. That, of course, would happen at the actual hearing for it rather than today. But I mean, that's kind of our position is that these two properties, this one in particular, do meet the requirements for historical designation and have in fact unofficially been historically designated for probably 30 years.
All right. Any questions from the board for 13.2 or any questions for Chris while he's up there? All right. So 13.2, that motion has been made and seconded, correct, Ms. Valanen? Any other board discussion? All's in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All's opposed, motion carries unanimously. 13.3, consider directing the Township Administration to prepare and forward to the Township Planning Commission and the Delaware County Planning Department a proposed ordinance to add 3201 West Chester Pike to the Township Historic Resource Overlay Map as a Class 2 resource in accordance with the recommendation of the Historic Commission.
So moved.
Is there a second? I'll second it.
So the motion was made by Supervisor Chanlis, seconded by the chair. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously. 13.4, consider authorizing the township manager to sign the annual contract with Pathcom Incorporated with an associated cost of $4,366.50 for phone system maintenance at the municipal building. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion was made by Supervisor San Francisco, seconded by Supervisor Roberts Laycap. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed? Motion carries unanimously. 13.5, consider approving the township manager to sign the service agreement with ProAsys at an annual cost of $2,200, $1,400 for municipal building and $800 for the public works building for water treatment services for the geothermal and heat pump loops and the hot water boilers. Also consider approving the purchase of the necessary filtration equipment at a one-time cost of $1,700, which covers both locations.
So moved.
Motion was made by Supervisor Roberts Laycap, seconded by Supervisor San Francisco. Is there any board discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. All those opposed? Motion carries unanimously.
I would just make quick note for the record, both of those were reviewed by your solicitor as well, so.
Figured as much. 14, board comment. Any members of the board have any comment that they wish to provide?
Just one, 13.3, I'm concerned about that property.
Is that microphone on?
Yeah. The 13.3, I'm concerned about that property. The condition, the overgrown sidewalks, the condition that it's a very rundown property. I'd like us to make sure we take a look at that for safety in the neighborhood.
Any other board comments? Now move down to section 15 for public comment. If there's any members of the public who wish to have anything to say with regards to public comment, please go up to the podium, state your name and address for the record. Let the record reflect there is no public comment, and this meeting